Hello, welcome to another episode of the podcast. I'm very happy to say that to you. And, I was listening to that song, and I'm sure that song is great for you as well because everyone has that song. But what I mean by that song is the song by Nina Simone. Song. I don't get the names of these songs, and I know in today's day and age you can just go to Spotify or you can go to wherever you listen to your podcast. And this is where, oh my god! And while you're there, the SoapyRao show. Fuck! Oh, what a coincidence that when you're going to go look for that song, which I'm talking about, it so happens that this podcast, which is not that song, is on that platform, which is Spotify or Apple or Google or Stitcher or iHeart or wherever you get your podcast. That's how you integrate a plugin, motherfuckers. Hey, no, but I was actually talking about the song by Nina Simone. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new... I don't know whether it's life or life. And I'm feeling bum 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 bum. If you aren't watching the video, I'm shaking my head like Ray Charles because hey, if you gotta shake it like the Ray, maybe or baby. Man, what a guy, Ray Charles. Nina Simone. I think brilliant black voices, man, and I'm gonna say it because I think it's a brilliant attribute to their culture, and not just their color, but I think their culture. I think the African blacks have an entirely different tone. I mean, I wouldn't say, I don't know enough, so why the fuck am I talking about it? But from what I've heard, very different, but just great voices across the spectrum. And yeah, I mean, if you ask me from what I've heard, I think Nina Simone's great. I think Ray Charles is great voice. I think even Jamie Foxx has a great voice. And if I'm not mistaken, Tracy Chapman, I think she's black, or she was black. Great voice. Who's the lady? Rita Franklin, also good voice. I'm now going down a path which is a bit treacherous because I'm going to might come across as ignorant, and I might come across as someone who's just dropping names for the sake of keeping this podcast moving. But let me end it where I began or planned to end it, which was I love the song, and Michael Bublé covered the song, and he's a good guy. I like Michael Bublé. You know, he's one of those guys. I really don't think he cares whether I like him or not, but I think he's got a nice feel, a nice voice. I'm talking about music because in the next episode we're going to get a musician on to chat, and I think she's got a couple of big, one big track which has sort of gone across the globe in different sort of, I don't know how it's done, but it's done really well, and she's coming on the podcast on the next episode. Hold up. Again, you're doing it? Yeah, you're going to do it. And so I was thinking, I love music, and I just don't know. I'm not good at remembering lyrics. Of course, some of the classics you have to, but you remember just enough so you don't look like a gook. Like a gook? No, like a goo-goo. Goo-goo is the word. But like a fool when people are singing at the pub. And that's why I learned songs, just to know enough. So like a little bit of like, Take It Easy, a little bit of Hotel California, a little bit of this thing called Love. But then you actually learn, and I actually learned a couple of tracks. When I had to go for these karaoke nights because I obviously couldn't read off the screen. So then I learned the songs I actually really do know well. I think Viva La Vida, Journey, Don't Stop Believing, 500 Miles by the Proclaimers. And there was one song which I really I didn't believe that I would do this, but I actually sat and I actually memorized the lyrics for karaoke night. Literally the whole week I sat and I learned. And I haven't put in that much effort into any other thing when it comes to, pretty much any other thing in my life. And I sat every night and I would read these lyrics. It was a song by Matchbox 20 called Look How Far We've Come, or something like that. And I was like, look how far. I was such a fucker. Anyhow, but because I put effort in other things. Clearly not academics, anything like that, but obviously into stand-up and things I love. But when I, in fact, took vocal lessons for just to learn how to sing, or at least try to sing, I'm not a singer. And this lady used to make us do these vocal lessons or these exercises, and I wouldn't practice because I'm not a big person who believes it. I'm not a person who believes. I'm big into practice, let's fucking say. And I would do a little bit like, what's happening to you? Having an orgasm? You've never heard me so melodic. Coming, the musical. The sequel, where? On your face! The trilogy. Yeah, but I wouldn't practice. And I remember she basically, after all these vocal exercises, I think it was a 2 month program, it was staggered over 8 weeks, once a week. And I think at the end of the 8th week, when we would sort of sing her a song, I mean, I could have done it the first day, just nothing helped, right? I just went and belted out my fucking karaoke tracks. No, but I actually tried learning this Michael Bublé song called. Um, that song which goes, "You're a wishing star, na 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 na, na 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 na." That's, you know the song, na 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 da 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 da. I'm trying to get the name of the song. Baby comes our way. Crazy times, crazy life, something like that. Anyway, she's like, yeah, maybe this is not the song for your pitch and your range, Sundeep. And I was like, maybe I'll sing the song by the calling call, wherever you may go, or wherever you will go, or may go, or can go, or fuck off. Yeah, so pretty much I've realized I like singing. My voice can hold a note for some time, but I'm just not able to find the right pitch for me. Yeah, I found the right. No, that's not even appropriate to say in today's day and age, but you're married happily, right? That's for you. But I can't find my right pitch. But I think people's most problem in the world, they can't find the right pitch. But I like music. And I think the most important thing in music that I've been missing is the timing. I kind of get carried away with the tune and the melody, same thing. But the rhythm's important, because without that, you're just like fucking hitting notes randomly or strumming chords randomly. So I'm trying to get in sync with the rhythm. Try to be sorry guys on YouTube. I just don't want my nose to run on this high-tech camera setup. I'm going to like put my nostrils into the camera. But this is the benefit of listening to the podcast. You don't have to worry about whether you're going to see me sneeze into the camera or see my phlegm on your monitor. Just listen, man. It's easier. Unless, of course, I have like horrible gas. In that case, go to YouTube. I think that would be my request to you. I'll just put up a disclaimer up top. Guys, today is a gassy day. Watch the YouTube video. That way you can just, maybe, I don't know if there's closed captioning available. Or the days I have like, runny noses, then just listen to the podcast. Because right now you can't tell I have runny nose. But because I'm feeling good. And yeah, let me know. I don't know if I want you to let me know about anything, but this whole thing about memorizing songs was a thing for karaoke. And do you memorize songs? Because, I mean, if you're a singer and you're a cover band, God forbid you memorize songs. But now everything's on monitors, right? Because people have these cues in their ears. I think I was listening to some interview with an actor. Which actor? Robert Downey Jr. I think he was talking about... was it Sherlock, one of those things he was in? And he said, yeah, earlier I used to memorize the lines so I could go on set and literally sort of not worry about the lines I have to remember, but remember it or memorize it so much that it's second nature, and then just shed those lines in the next scene. But now they have these fobs or whatever they put in their ear and they get their lines read out to them, which is cool. I think there is an important aspect of remembering certain things, because then once you remember that, it takes away one more thing, or one less thing to worry about when you're performing that task, whether especially you're a singer, you're an actor, or whether you're doing your set and stand-up in the entertainment space. So maybe even when you're presenting your PowerPoint at the office and you remember everything and you're just referring to your slides or whatever you use nowadays, your things. Yeah, don't refer to your cock and say, this is what I meant by growth. Won't worry. It might work in some companies, but I'm just referring to the guys over here. If you're a girl with a cock, man, God bless you. That's amazing growth. Just unparalleled. But what I meant by memorizing this is that when you use your PowerPoint as your crutch and you're like, see what I meant was, and by the way, guys, I'm pointing now for the people listening. See, this is how considerate I am. Considerate I am. People point and they face away from their audience, and then when I first quarter I was looking. No. And first of all, if you speak like that, don't fucking present. Learn, try, get better. You don't have to speak with an accent like, oh my God, in the first quarter. Gosh, these Indians, some of them who've gone there, and us Indians, not these Indians, but we are Indians, but these Indians amongst us who've gone there and they've gone to Seattle, they've gone to Bellevue and Redmond, and they speak with 99% Indian accent, but that's few words with the rolling R's. Oh my God, this quarter, what is quarter, motherfucker? I just gave that homeless guy a quarter. Jesus Christ, why? These are our brand ambassadors. They're heading companies. They're big in the Bay Area. They're big in Northwest. Oh, fucking A. Is it important to speak well, or is it important? Yeah, these are fucking sheep. They're just doing what they're told. They're not fucking innovators. And of course, not all Indians. I'm not generalizing. As I always As I always put out a disclaimer. I don't generalize, but these are some of the people I've come across. So I have the right to speak about them because it's experience. I'm speaking from experience, not speculation or hearsay. These are cunts I've come. No, they're not cunts. These are people I've come across, and they've said quarter. And they say this thing, they're like, I gave him a $20 bill. Why? Just say $20 bill, no? Why say dollar? Just give him a 20. No. Okay, you can say dollar. Just say, I gave him $20. Okay, best you can say. Indians can say bucks, $20. Best of these people who say, I gave him 2G grands. I gave him 2000K for 2K. I gave him Ra. Oh my God, they roll the R's and it just sounds awful. Anyhow, if you're one of them, you probably hate me already and have switched off. So good. So, yeah, I think memorizing is good because when you know your shit and you use something to enhance that presentation, that's the idea of a PowerPoint. So people are like, okay, I get it. And now there's 6 points to summarize so we can take those notes. Great idea. But if you're using your PowerPoint as your textbook, reading out everything, fuck, man, just learn. Don't fucking be there. Go home, cry, do something else, like collect stamps or try to suck your own dick, because that is a challenging task and you don't need to memorize anything, just muscle memory. Anyhow, so they started off with Nina Simone and ended up with an IT guy trying to suck a dick. Amazing, the fucking progression of thoughts. But yeah, I'm feeling good now. That's the reason I mentioned the name of the song up top. I'm feeling good, or whatever the song's name is. Nina, I'm sorry, sister. Because I was just fucking past 4 days, man, food poisoning. I don't even know what food I ate that gave me poisoning. It was ridiculous. I don't know whether it was and I eat out, of course. But for me, sometimes it's this thought when I eat something, especially if it's like meat. When I say meat, it's mainly chicken, always chicken, unless it's chicken. Then I feel like, what the fuck, right? Am I eating something which is spoiled? Because for me, if chicken tastes like chicken, I fucking hate it. It just shouldn't taste like chicken. It should taste like anything but chicken. It should taste like the dish that it claims to be, which is butter chicken, in which case it's fucking butter. No, it's chicken, no. Or say, for instance, if it's like a grilled chicken, then it should taste not of the grill, but it should. Good Lord, I don't know what's happening. I'm not really running my nose or running my mouth. I'm running my mouth, but my nose isn't running. It's just that I'm just like self-conscious. But this particular thing was from a family friend, and it's always the best. It's just called her name. The chicken's just called her name, and we've eaten it for years. And something happened, and I went to this friend's house, and I came back home. And I've been. It's been 5 days and I'm still healing, still recuperating. I feel like someone put a knife in my guts. It's just like the sore feeling. When you get fucked up the ass, that kind of feeling, just sore. But I'm feeling very sore. But I'm fortunately detox, using it as an opportunity to detox, feeling good, listening to music, eating at home, eating well, abstaining from the booze, guys. Who would have said? Who would have thought? And of course, it's been past 4 months. Yeah, I'm in the second trimester of my non-smoking. Hey, how cool is that? Not very cool. Sometimes it's desperate, but I'm getting through. But yeah, just wondered, food poisoning is a bit of a bummer, right? You just feel like, oh God, it's just one of your most sort of vulnerable moments where you're just like, especially if you're sort of shooting from both ends. Gosh, you would really feel horrible. Like, you really don't feel like a human. You're like, good Lord. You can be a person with a PhD. You can be the CEO saying quarter, butter, all that shit, and then fucking getting out of your Tesla Plaid or whatever. You might get off your private jet, but when you're shooting from both ends, dude, you feel like the lowest piece of scum on this planet. You're like, bleh. And then you have the cold, you have the shivers. You're just like, gee, man, whichever God you believe in, just you feel has abandoned you. So that's what I was feeling for 4 days, but I'm back on the other side, fresh as a daisy or a tulip, or fresh as a little pink arsehole, if you want to call that fresh. Anyhow, thought I'll just check in on another podcast. Another podcast? No, it's the same. Don't fucking go around changing names on me, Sundeep boy. I would never do that to you. Rao. Why did you say that? I don't know. I was going to say some other person's name, but I was like, I don't make any one person feel special. I want all of you listening to feel special. You, and you. Yeah, it's all 5 of you. 5 subscribers. You all get a shout out. Yeah, cute. Anyhow, I thought I'll just check in on this episode, and another episode coming out later this week, and another episode the week after. Fuck, this is crazy. The clock keeps ticking. The cycle keeps going round, round, round. What? What's that song? You spin me round, 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 right round, like a record, baby, round, round. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to memorize songs, but what I'm going to remember is timing, keeping the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, left, right, left, right. So yeah, hope you guys are well, and hope you guys listen to music, because I think it's a very, very important thing to listen to. And maybe even the top 40. Fuck it, listen to whatever you want, my friend. But yeah, there's a guy called Paul Davids. Fucking A. He's an instrumental guitarist, and he has some really, really nice tracks. Yeah, of course, I think you don't need me to tell you what to listen to, because there's an abundance of choice if you go on Spotify or Apple or wherever you listen to this podcast. So anyway, if you like any particular musician or going to share something with me, do go ahead and do that. And if you like this podcast, do go ahead and share it with the world. Right now, run to the top of your roof and shout, say, SoapyRao show, motherfucker, this is great. Don't do that, because they'll be like, what is he doing? Don't, hello, don't do that. All right, so if you are where you are, enjoy yourselves. If you aren't where you are, get back to where you are and enjoy yourselves. Until next time, goodbye, God bless, take care of yourselves, and cheers.